formation?
Yeah, look, there's not any one spot. That's a good point. He lines up to the right, to the left. You try to chart it. You try to track it. They do a good job looking at their own tendencies, self-scouting, and we've just got to understand where he's at.
Sean.
Well, that's Sean Payton talking about Micah Parsons. Welcome to Altitude After Dark. We're expecting Mike Sanford to join us here in a little bit. He is in Baltimore there for the Army-Navy game. We have quite a night going on. So we got Tampa and Atlanta. Tampa's up 20-14, 4:37 left to go in the third. We've got the Nuggets right now with about a minute to go in the first quarter, up 32-21, and we have the Avalanche over on this other TV. They're up 2-1 over the Panthers. So yeah, we got that going on. So we're locked and loaded, but most importantly, we're here to talk to you about the Denver Broncos tonight. And so we'd love your comments. It's a game against the Packers that on the surface, this is a even Steven matchup. And Micah Parsons is an interesting guy. Great player, obviously. Big trade with Dallas. And he has 12.5 sacks. That's the same as Nick Bonito. He's hard to predict. Unlike Bonito and Cooper say Micah Parsons moves all over the place. So it's hard to predict where he's going to go and how he's going to go about his business, but it's very, very effective. He is high on the Broncos' radar. Love your comments here. Throw them in. We have a busy night here. Mojo said he needs tomorrow off. Don't know what that means. Just want to make sure I'm checking my volume here. I think I'm okay. I believe I'm all right. You never know. Mojo says he needs tomorrow off. You got to help me and explain that to me. I don't even know. I will tell you on the Packers injury report, not great news for Josh Jacobs, which is, great news for the Broncos. So Packers injury report. They actually have a lot of guys on their injury report, like a ton. A lot of limited practice today. Limited practice for Bullard, for Brenton Cox Jr., for Matthew Golden. Josh Jacobs did not practice. Didn't practice today. Didn't practice yesterday. Wow. Lloyd limited practice. Jordan Love full practice. Oliver limited. Jaden Reed limited. Riley limited. Zach Tom limited. Van Ness limited. Christian Welch limited. Savion Williams limited. Whoa. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, you had Nate Atkins limited and Ben Powers limited. They've started his clock. He's going now. Pat Bryant did not practice. That doesn't look good. He was off on a side field. So, but DJ Jones is back after missing last week and a full participant. And that's it for the Broncos. So, holy cow, what do we have for the Packers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We won't count that. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 guys being at least limited to a certain degree by injury. So, wow. Give you a little bit of a vibe for what's going on there in Bronco land today. In just 1 second, we're brought to you by our great friends at Journey Spice. If you hit up this QR code right now, you'll save yourself 10% using the code GETSPICY. Hit up Journey Spice, get spicy, and save yourself 10% on all Journey Spice products. We love you, Journey Spice. Incredible flavors, incredibly delicious, makes a great present, goes on every single type of food that you can imagine, and so easy to use. You just pinch the top, pour it out, seal it back on. You don't need plastic. That's completely recyclable. It's completely delicious. And Tuscan Seasonings, one type. Oh, let me get this seal on better. But comes in beautiful 4-packs, 2-packs, whatever you need. We love Journey Spice. Locally owned and operated. It's Andon and Rosa and organic. So check it out. Journey Spice. All right, let's get a little preview about what to expect from the Packers. We'll give you the numbers here in a second. Here is VJ on Jordan Love.
Every game they've played this year, man, I mean, he is right on, and he's taking care of the ball. He has great skill, as far as the receivers, tight ends, and backs. It's a well-coached unit also. The O-line it's a really well-coached run game and pass game, so it's going to be a challenge. But he is playing at a high level. He's accurate, man. He's making big plays. He's being aggressive, which is scary for a defense. His time, in big plays has killed defenses. So it's going to be a challenge for us to get him stopped.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And if we look at the numbers, Jordan Love has had, a great year. It's better than Bo Nix, but not by a ton. Let's get this off here for a second. So you can see that their offense in general, pretty mediocre in passing 12th in the league, rushing 19th in the league. Without Josh Jacobs, man, that is a big loss for them. And Josh Jacobs has been unbelievable against the Broncos. Incredible. He has been their kryptonite. 8-0, 769 yards, 9 touchdowns in 8 games. Those are with the Raiders, so we'll see with the Packers. So Jordan Love been strong. Only 4 interceptions the entire year. And if you want to just look at some of the other numbers here in terms of offense, hold on, here we go. You can see that passing yards, 3,028 to Bo's 2,900. Somewhat similar. I mean, things even up a little bit if you don't have Dobbins, you don't have Jacobs. It's a pretty sharp fall off for both teams after that. Receiving yards, I mean, the Broncos got them on that one. The Packers, and they lost Kraft, their really good tight end in week 7. And now to lose Josh Jacobs, that's fascinating. But they have a lot of other good players. Listen, the truth of the matter is the Packers and the Broncos are almost like an even Steven matchup. We bring Mike Sanford into the mix. Wow, we got you here. No, the other way. Tilt it the other way. There you go. There you go. Can you hear me? Oh, you're on mute there. You got to unmute yourself. There you go.
DMac, how are you, buddy?
Why don't you describe what you're doing and where you're at?
Well, currently I am at Angie's Seafood Restaurant in Baltimore, Maryland. And I'm here with Alex Ryan-Emmy, my wife, Anne-Marie. And I am going to knock off a bucket list item, which is to go to America's game on Saturday, Army, Navy, live from M&T Bank Stadium, where the Ravens play. And it's probably going to be the best football that's been played in that stadium by somebody from the home state, because the Ravens, from the cab drive that I had in, or the car service that was provided by USAA, I would tell you that there's not a lot of happy Ravens fans right now in this area. That's for sure.
Now, I have done this trip twice with USAA. And I don't know if you feel it yet, but you will probably be treated as good as you've ever been treated to do any media event in your life over the next couple days.
Well, it's pretty cool, DMac, is we pulled into the hotel, Sheraton Inner Harbor, and it was decorated like any good bowl game that I ever went to as a coach. And I just told Anne-Marie, like, they had the cookies had, printed, digitized Army, Navy with 100 and however many games it's been, 120 something. And yeah, just everything's just completely thrown up with Army, Navy. Tomorrow morning we'll have our breakfast. But I'll tell you this, man, driving in when we were talking to a couple of different people flying in, the Denver Broncos are a buzzy team in back here on the East Coast. I'll tell you that. And the word is, people back here think it's the year. It's going to be the Broncos and the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. That's what I heard from 3 different people.
The Broncos or the Patriots be playing in the Super Bowl?
The Broncos or Patriots will be playing the Los Angeles Rams, and I'm hoping that it is a Walmart reunion, and Thanksgiving, Christmas, and summer vacation bragging rights are on full participation, competition, if you will. So Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be the Rams are the most complete team in the NFC.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanted to kick them to the curb after they lost to the Panthers, but Panthers are like a little bit lighter version of the Patriots this year, where they turned it around in short order.
Well, how do you think the Packers stack up?
I think the Packers can stack up. And what I've been kind of holding to, just thinking about, Jordan Love, a quarterback that obviously I know his skill set well. I know his makeup fairly well. I think that Jordan Love is the type of quarterback that is incredibly gifted, incredibly talented, one of my favorite people I've ever coached. But the question that I often have in terms of just his tenure with the Packers is it appears that when it's good, it's really good. And when it's bad, it's not good. And so it's right now you're getting a hot Jordan Love, you're getting a hot Matt LaFleur, but 3-4 weeks ago, just like the Broncos 3-4 weeks ago, that was not a happy Packers fan base with regards to Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love. In fact, it was quite the opposite.
I see so many similarities between these two teams, Coach. Both
Agreed.
teams like to spread it around. Josh Jacobs may be out. He did not participate, by the way, today in practice, nor did he yesterday. Okay? And it's that artificial turf thing. He injured it in East Rutherford there in the Giants Jet Stadium.
So that place is the worst.
It's the worst. It is stunning to me that the NFL doesn't regulate the turf and mandate certain things. They don't. It's amazing, and that turf is the worst. Anyways, he may be out of this game, if not out of this game, and that was a month ago, by the way. He's dealing with an injury from a month ago, and it's still sort of lingering in his knee. Okay, let me just start there. What kind of loss would that be for the Packers if they don't have Josh Jacobs?
It'd be the identical loss to the Denver Broncos losing J.K. Dobbins.
Okay.
And so what do you make of a loss of J.K. Dobbins? You haven't lost a football game since you lost J.K. Dobbins, but you've lost one of the leading yards per carry rushers in pro football. I wouldn't say, obviously, that J.K. Dobbins was having a better year than Josh Jacobs.
He was.
J.K. Dobbins was averaging 1 full yard more per carry than what you were seeing with Josh Jacobs at 5 yards per carry versus Josh Jacobs 4 yards per carry. But it's the 12 touchdowns. That production in the red zone, that's where the Green Bay Packers, Matt LaFleur, and this offense, Jordan Love and some of the explosive pass game, which frankly is not that different statistically than Bo Nix. They're not. We've looked at it, DMac. They're not crazy different. The difference, obviously, is Bo Nix has turned the ball over 9 times. Jordan Love has 4. And for a guy that started every game this season, 4 turnovers is I think it's the lead in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken. Fewest interceptions yielded. Am I right in saying that?
Yes, it is. They are first in the league, or however you want to put it, with interceptions 4. That is the least amount in the league. And when I put up the numbers as I'm doing here, third down in red zone, the Packers are first in the league in third down, second in red zone. They are ruthless in those 2 positions. Now, they don't get to third down all that often because, Mike, they're very efficient. And that's been kind of their story this year, right?
It is. And they're also, it's interesting, for as much as the passing offenses statistically look the same, the Denver Broncos, I believe, are 13th in the National Football League in passing offense to the Packers 12th. And there's like 2.7 yards separate them, something along those lines. I mean,
I'm putting it right now. It's 12th and 13th, and 220.2 for the Broncos, 223.2 for the Packers.
It's like 3 yards. 3 yards.
Yeah, 3 yards.
3 yards.
Yeah.
So the thing that's interesting is when you watch the Packers, although there is a dependence on the short, quick passing game. Matt LaFleur is a really good screen designer, just like Sean Payton is. You will see the eye test of a Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love. There's going to be a couple explosive pass attempts every single game. And I would argue that they want to have at least 1 per quarter. Whereas the Broncos don't seem like they are going to force the issue if Sean Payton doesn't think the issue needs to be forced.
Yeah, I think there's been a very significant change with the Broncos, and I want to get into the specifics of that in a second. First, this from Journey Spice.
There's a world of flavor out there, and to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.
Thank you, Journey Spice. We love you, Journey Spice. Anna and Rosa, you are the absolute best. Use the code GetSpicy and save yourself 10% at Amazon.com. Coach, here's what I heard from Sean Payton this week and what we saw. I think they have reached an amazing conjoined part with him and Bo Nix.
100%.
I think, what's that?
100% agree.
Okay. First of all, I think Sean was disgusted with his game plan the first time they played the Raiders. Disgusted. Like, just so many. They were probably lucky to win that game. That's how bad it was. What do we see now? Holy cow. We're under center more. We're controlled, but we're still moving Bo more. We can run the ball with RJ Harvey better while we're not obsessed with the run because we can still throw him and distribute the ball. If they don't give us the deep shots, we're not going to take them. We're going to turn them down. It's not worth it. Why? Because, it'd be sexier to get that 18 to 25-yard gain, but we'll take the 8-yard profit that's easy to take, and we'll run a 10 or a 12 to 18 play drive rather than try to hit them in 6 or 7 plays. Mike, not only do I think they loved, and it was a 1-score game, Coach, but that was as stress-free as you got the entire year. Stress-free.
Yeah. Here's what I had an epiphany this week. And Sean Payton's a really good football coach. I think he's inching towards becoming a no-brainer Hall of Fame head coach.
Okay.
I don't think he's there yet. No brainer. I think he could be one, but I think he's inching towards what he's doing with this build and this rebuild and this Renaissance project here in Denver is going to be worthy of a Hall of Fame jacket, a yellow jacket. I've seen this stretch of football in 3 weeks. Ever since I brought my Saint Sean of Narcissus candle, the vigil that I have in the Altitude Sports Radio. Because, mind you, I brought that candle when a lot of Sean's buddies
so
and I brought it because I wanted some peace between Sean and Bo when some of the national media folks that Sean is friends with started to kind of subtly turn on Bo Nix. I'm like, where's that coming from? There's no way that's just coming strictly from from Chase Daniel and from Colin Cowherd and from a little subtle Kay Adams here and there. Diana Rossini, I thought I loved my cue. But what I have seen, man, when I watched Sean Payton post-game have his conversation that NFL Films captured with Max Crosby in Las Vegas after this past game. Did you see that, DMac? Did you see that little soundbite between the two of them?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Sean Payton is dialed in right now. I don't know that Sean Payton was dialed in the first 7 to 9 months of the season offensively. I think he was dialed in as a overall game manager, strategically how to win football games, but play calling wise, I heard the way that he talked to Max Crosby about his Crosby checks. We're going to have different things up when Max Crosby is not in the game. Oh, wait, Max Crosby, you never come out of the game. Our boots are built. Like, I could tell that Sean Payton is a ball coach, and I've been there, and I know a lot of ball coaches that have been there as a play caller that are so dang dialed in, so locked in, that there's almost they almost want to recap it with the opponent afterwards. I mean, that's the cool thing about high school football. I recap something like me and Dave Logan got on the phone, and we recapped with each other.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah, 55 minutes just downloading everything that happened in the game. He did, I did. It was great. But there were some things that we both went in thinking, and then we came out thinking differently, talking about who the game wreckers are, like a Max Crosby. But why I think that's important is Sean Payton so dialed in right now
Yeah.
that he's even telling you, the Broncos fan,
Yeah.
not only to cheer loud,
Yeah.
but when and how to cheer. He's coaching everybody right now. Every single one of us. He's coaching us all.
Yeah, I think expect to see Bo under center more. Expect to see more or less what they did to the Raiders. Expect to sort of see that as much as humanly possible. And what you probably won't see, a lot of deep shots down the field. Now, I'll tell you this.
You might.
Hold on.
I'll tell you why.
Let me say, if teams get sucked into it, okay, if they buy it, Mike, play action always works, okay? It does. And if you go to zero coverage and you get a little cocky and you want to load the box, Bo Nix is more than capable, and the Broncos have absolutely the weapons to beat you over the top. No doubt.
For sure.
But what are you going to say about that? Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, here's the interesting thing about these two defensive structures. Vance Joseph notoriously is going to bring a ton of pressure, and he should. If I'm game planning against Jordan Love, I am kitchen sinking him early on in this contest with a lot of crowd noise at a mile high, where he's got to fit in balls with accuracy. You realize that the Green Bay Packers have won one game against the Broncos at 55,280 feet. One. They've lost 7.
Well, let me ask you about history. The two teams have played 15 times. Yes, the Packers have won one time. They're 1-7. The Broncos are 0-6-1.
Yep.
So between
you're saying in Lambeau.
In Lambeau. So
home field really matters in this rivalry.
All right, but does history matter?
Yeah. You
Why?
know why I think history matters? Because
Why?
I watched the 2023 Packers versus the Broncos with Russell Wilson, and I watched a Packers offense that ended up scoring half 100 against the dang Cowboys, and then against the eventual Super Bowl San Francisco 49ers in San Francisco the following week in the playoffs. That same year, they couldn't get get stuck out of neutral. And that's the same year that Vance Joseph's defense gave up 70 points, 3-4 weeks earlier against the Miami Dolphins?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was not the Denver Broncos defense that we see now. I also remember 2024 joint practice. The Green Bay Packers, one of the hot darlings of the National Football League. Everybody's sexy pick to go to the Super Bowl in 24, coming off Jordan Love's success as a first-year starter in 23. The Packers came in. Bo Nix was a rookie. A lot of questions, including myself, about Bo Nix. Early on, it looked like, oh, man, these are two different teams. The Packers are so much better. It's the greatest show on turf. By the end of it, by the 2-minute drill, I'll tell you who won the day, and it wasn't even particularly close. It was the Denver Broncos. And I'll tell you that I talked to Jordan Love. That altitude jumped on that team's collective back. And they do not play at altitude. There's a reason the Broncos, when they are a adequate football team, the Denver Broncos find ways to win football games at home. This is a great home field advantage, which is even more reason why I think that this is a must-win game on Sunday.
Must win. Why?
Because I want to be home. I want home field advantage. Because if you beat the Packers, then you have a stranglehold on this deal. Then the pressure immediately goes to New England. Because if New England beats Buffalo, their path forward is not as daunting as the Broncos' path forward, in my humble opinion.
Well, they have the Ravens. Well, I know what they have the Ravens, then the Jets, and then the Dolphins. I think that Dolphins game at the very end of the year is a little sneaky for the Patriots, in all honesty. The Dolphins have been playing better of late. I think the Jets game, though.
I agree.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I think both teams are going to face, division teams or common foes like with the Ravens and the Patriots. I don't think anything's easy going to come to either of these teams, frankly. But that's fine. I don't care. Fine by me. And to your point,
the Broncos are facing division-leading Green Bay Packers, division-leading Jacksonville Jaguars, nipping on your heels Chargers after you have one final time to take down the witch in Kansas City off 3 days rest.
Well,
this
all right,
is a
hold
big
on.
game, DMac. It's a huge
of course it's
game.
a big game. But do you think it is? But it's a non-AFC game. I'm not trying to put it down, but this won't be part of any tiebreaker aside from win-loss.
But I keep hearing people say that you lose the tiebreaker if you lose this game.
Yeah, win-loss is a tiebreaker, obviously.
Exactly. It's the most important tiebreaker.
But you got to hope that the Bills can come through for us against the Patriots. And
in reality, I think they will. I think they will, Darren. I do think they will.
Let me because we're at 225. By the way, this game is in 90% of the country on the 225. So despite there being this is a huge game that's everybody's seeing. I'm looking up the Bills game. Yeah, the Bills play. Actually, the Broncos will know the results of the Bills-Patriots game. That helps. I don't think we're quite there yet, but it's just interesting to know. Okay, let me ask you this then, and we can wrap things up here. Why then, Mike, with all this, are the Broncos a 2.5-point underdog?
I think the optics of how the Broncos have won against teams like, we've gone through, we talked about it enough. The Giants, the Jets, even the Raiders twice. I mean, last week they beat the Raiders by 7 in what was the biggest blowout 7-point win, as you called it, in the history of football.
Yes. Yes.
And then I think the Packers having back-to-back wins over teams that, I mean, those are huge wins, man. Beat the win on Thanksgiving against Detroit, and then beating the Bears, a sizzling hot Chicago Bears team, was very significant. And so I don't know exactly why there's a 2.5-point spread, but I do know that this guy right here is having 1 beers in Baltimore, Maryland, right here.
Just 1 beers only.
Good for you, Raj. By the way, you can let Raj know in the battle of 1996, the Avs are up 2-1.
We're watching it. We're watching it.
Oh, you got it right now. All right.
We got another bar at Angie's, but apparently my crab cake, my crab dip, and my crab wontons all came up as we've been doing this amazing show. So,
all right, well, let's get you guys. Well, that's the whole rumor with Baltimore.
They say.
I'll get Raj's too. Give me a score. What do you got?
Raj. I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos are going to beat the Green Bay Packers, and the final score is going to be 28-24.
Wow,
and the Broncos
really?
and Bo Nix. Yep, the Broncos and Bo Nix are going to lead it's going to be a game-winning. It's going to be a back-and-forth affair in the fourth quarter, but it's going to be a game-winning touchdown again for Bo Nix and the Broncos. Bo Nix is going to play well, and Cortland Sutton's going to have a monster game.
I got the Broncos winning 23-20. 28-24 sounds way more exciting. By the way, Gavin Brindley with the goal. He's back. He's off injured.
3-1.
And it's 3-1. Do I get a prediction from Raj, or is he out of there? Was that
Raj is hanging out with my wife. I probably need to go check out what's going on over there. He's at the bar with Anne Marie.
All right, we both have the Broncos winning. We have them. Yeah. We have them both winning the game. And
I think it's going to be likely that between the Broncos Packers from the Broncos perspective and the Patriots Bills from the Patriots perspective, I think it's going to be a split. I think one of the AFC teams is going to win that's in the lead, and one's going to lose, and I think it's going to be in our favor.
Coacher, we look forward to hearing you and Raj tomorrow morning on the morning sprint. You are set for, they let you on the field when the cadets come on. You know that, dude, right?
I'll start crying. My dad's an Army vet, coached at West Point. He was active duty military he coached for Lou Saban at West Point.
Wow,
former Denver Broncos head football coach Lou Saban.
That's right.
Back in 78 and 79. This is my first Army Navy game. I have coached against Army 3 times. I've coached against Navy twice. But I have never been a part of the pomp and circumstance of America's game, the patriotism on display of Army Navy, and I am going to suck up every single bit of it.
Yeah, it's one of the best experiences I've ever had. I've been lucky to do it twice. You and Raj and your wife and everybody is going to have a wonderful, wonderful time with this. It's amazing that Raj could get away from child duties to go to Baltimore for a weekend. But I'm, thumbs up, way to go to his lovely wife and
she's the
Caitlin.
Best.
She's
Caitlin's the best, man. She's awesome.
And it's just you're gonna have a great time.
So is Cat Cave, man. Cat Cave's the best too.
Well,
Anne Marie's the best.
Cat Cave is howling downstairs right now because of Brindley coming back and scoring. So she's locked on that. I got the Bucks and the Falcons over here. Falcons just scored, by the way. Hopefully
all uniform game. All uniform
game.
game.
Yeah, do you like that? You like all the colors? All
so
the colors?
good, man. So good.
All right.
So good.
And just a last check real quick, because we're kind of crazy on the digital tonight. With 4 minutes to go, the Nuggets are leading the Kings 65-48. So
let's go.
We will have in the paint basketball. We will have between the pipes. Wait a second. Is Raj doing between the pipes? Maybe we won't have between the pipes.
No, he's doing it. He's doing it.
He is doing it.
Oh, you betcha. He's doing it in like an hour and 40 minutes. We're going to see how many crabs and beers we can get in him before then.
That is fantastic.
Oh, dead serious. It is a dead sprint for me to get him stuffed of crabs, see if he has a crab allergy, a blue crab allergy. He might. Yeah. You never know. He's a Colorado guy. And then see how many cold beers he can get in him. Just one beers. So 4-1 abs it was Nathan McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon just scored.
Wow, look at that. Holy cow. Well, what a night, man. And we look forward to hearing the stories tomorrow and then next week after you see the game. And we'll be back for Altitude After Dark on Sunday night.
I'm flying in on Sunday. I get home at 10 a.m., 8 a.m.
So you'll be there for the game. You'll be there for TV. We'll be there for you on Altitude After Dark on the digital. We thank Journey Spice. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And we'll look for Raj talking hockey. Yes. I don't know where he's going to do it from.
He's going to do it from his hotel. Yeah, okay. It'll be great.
Coacher, we love it. We have great news for Broncos fans. They win again. It's been Altitude After Dark. Thank you to our friends at Journey.
Sean, again, as you've said, your record says who you are.
Exactly right.
But,
no, but. Are you going to say but?
What?
No. What's your question?